nor his parents. But the works of God should be made manifest in him. That's why you never question sometimes. If something come down, you may not understand. He said, ask me. But see, sometimes it's to show the works of the Lord. And God's going to see you through. Now, I'm just reading what the word say now. Now, listen, and Jesus said, neither this man sin nor his parents, but the works of God should be manifested. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. That's when he come back that second time, buddy. You know, when that second tribulation is over then. He had 1,000 years to get it right. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of spittle, and he anointed the eyes of the blind man with clay. Now, you must understand, Christ is Christos, the anointed one. He can anoint, and things just happen, y'all. He just made it simple. He told the man something. Like he tell y'all sometimes, go see the person in the hospital. Go say something to somebody. And you sit there and don't get your blessing. You call this person. Now, all he told him, go, and he said unto him, meaning Jesus spoke to him. Now, he could have let Satan say, you don't need to go wash in no water. You ought to be mad that man spit on you and all that stuff. But he didn't do that. He said, and go wash in the pool of Siloam, which is by interpretation sin. Told him go. I think that's what he told us. And he went his way, therefore, and washed and came seeing. Now, the religious folk, they hot now. They don't like this at all. And they called the man. Now, I want you to get to this now. He even called his mom and his daddy. You know, and what happens is, I'm going to go to 24. Then again called they the man that was blind and said, you need to read this whole thing, and said unto him, give God the praise. Religious folks, we know this man is a sinner. Some folk come in, don't know nothing about God. They know something happened to them that day, but they'll walk out here the same way they came in. This man didn't do it. He's a neophyte. Look at what he said. Look at what he said. Lord have mercy. I know he's a sinner. He answered. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He answered and said, whether now, very famous verse in the church, he be a sinner or no, I know not. But one thing I know, that whereas I was blind, now I see. It's just that simple. You know what you were, and you know you don't feel that way no more, so don't let Satan tell you you're still the way you used to be. Because he will come. Yes, he will. This is what I love about it. Then said they to him again, what did he do to thee? How opened he thine eyes? Now, this is what I like about this. He answered them, I have what? I have told you. See what I mean? When you get that anointing in you, you can boldly tell them, I have told you already. And you did not hear. Wherefore, I love this. I love it. He cut them to the quick. He said, wherefore, ye hear it again, will you also be his disciples? Question. That's mighty bold for a neophyte, isn't it? He jumped on up and, because they got so mad at him, they kicked him out of the church. Didn't they say that? And I like this next one. 31, let's go down there. So here's religious folks. They're going to tell you something too. You got to watch who you're listening to. Who told you that? You hear what I'm saying? Now we know that God heareth not sinners. Well, I'd like to ask him a question. How did you get saved? And about to tell them, but if any man be a worshiper of God, and doeth his will, him he heareth. Sound religious, don't it? But that's not what God's about. Now listen to them now. Since the world began, was it not heard? This is where the boy coming back at him now. Now, I thought he needed to go to theological school. I don't think he went nowhere, did he? He just stepped up to the plate like some of us need to do. Since the world began, was it not heard that any man, you couldn't do it, open the eyes of one that was born blind? Never happened. If this man were not of God, he could do nothing. They answered and said unto him, thou wast altogether born in sin, and doest you gonna teach us? See what I'm saying? And they cast him out. Now let's get it straight that y'all know this man neophyte, he could do the same thing. I think he said, I'm the same yesterday and day forevermore. Now look what happened. Anytime folks mistreat you, don't you worry about Jesus coming. I'm about to, Jesus heard that they had cast him out. So I don't think Jesus, the eyes of the Lord run to and forth throughout the whole world, strong on behalf of them whose heart is right with him. Anybody read in the Bible? Y'all heard what I said? And when he had found him, you know, you hear a lot of folks say, I done found him. No, you don't ever find him. He finds you. He said unto him, doest thou believe on the Son of God? Question. That's very important because Jesus said, whosoever shall call over in Romans on the name of the Lord, you got to believe or you're damned already. Isn't that what the book says? Now, doest thou believe on the Son of God? This is a good question. He's a neophyte now. He answered and said, who is he? Do you know him? Who is he? Lord. Now he's just responding to him as he would to any prophet. That I might believe on him, question. Now listen at this verse, and I want everybody to underline. And Jesus said unto him, thou hast both seen him, that's when he opened his eyes, and listen now, it is he that what? Talketh with thee. So don't ever tell me Jesus don't talk to you. This was a neophyte, didn't even know. Now, if he'll talk to him, I'm pretty sure he'll talk to you. He'll tell you what you need to do. He will guide you. That's why I always flow with lead, guide, and direct them. Because Jesus will. The devil won't. You got to understand that. He will not. He will try to kill you. Now, why is this important? That man could have listened to all them church folks. This closing with 1 John, the 3rd chapter. Read with me, 7 through the 15th verse. We through for the day. I ain't through with the message, but we through for the day. I got to show you, God is very, very, very loving. Little children, I have to tell you the same thing, little children, beloved, let no man deceive you. Now he could have let them folks deceive him. Listen to all that religiosity and threw away his salvation. But he would say, hey, I don't know about all that, but I ain't never heard of this other thing before. I know what he did for me. Now, y'all can say whatever you want to. Let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. He that committeth sin. What is sin? Transgression of the law. Isn't here somewhere too? You need to read it. Now, he that committeth is of the devil. The devil sinneth from what? The beginning. For this purpose. Now listen now. Why don't you want to listen to him? For this purpose. Lord have mercy. The Son of God was manifested. Why? That he might destroy the works of the devil. Whoso